Hey, everybody out there, it's Alabama Deep. I'm coming back at you. All right, so I want to know from everybody that watches my videos, watches other Rolex related videos. I just want to know, are you as addicted to Rolex as I am? This is a serious question that has come into my mind today while I'm at home for a brief minute, getting ready to go to work. And I'm just wondering, are you as addicted as I am? Now, I'm addicted in two different ways. I'm addicted, one, because I like to build these watches. I love to build them. As this is one of my first builds right here. This is my embalmer's license. Of course, 3135 Rolex movement in this one. This one of my first builds. This has some real parts in it now, almost complete. This one was my first build, my first putting hands on, first case, the whole 9 yards. So it is rather special to me. And then coming over here, we do have the fractured Rolex, just my little artistic piece. But I just wanted to ask. This is the ones that I have completed so far, where I've saved the parts off of eBay, raffle dials. But all of these are what I would call hybrids at this point. I wouldn't call them Franken watches. I just call them hybrids. They're part genuine, or almost all the way genuine, or half and half, or 1/4 or 3/4, just whatever they are in the stages of them being complete. But I have at this point become so addicted to Rolex and wanting to build Rolex, wanting to repair them, wanting to restore that, and save the ones that I see in pieces off of eBay. I want to save them and just restore them, put them back to be a functioning watch, and return them to their glory. Uh, that's my main objective. And my other objective on this is, and becoming addicted, is that I don't want people to go out and just buy these. All these up on the top shelf that I have here, these are all fashion watches, as in no part of them are real at all. They are 100% fake replicas, 2813 garbage. But still, they look pretty nice regardless. I mean, they'd be a kind of a decent watch if they didn't have the Rolex name on them, and we'd be ripping them off. But yeah, all these are just fashion watches. One of my main goals in my YouTube channel and things that I'm doing is I'm trying to get people away from buying these fashion watches, because these are no good for really anybody. I mean, you can buy one of these and just wear it if you're working out in the garden, or at work or whatever. You don't want to mess up your real one. Sure, I mean, you can get a fake knockoff like this, but they're not the world's greatest. Most people are going to know they're fake anyway upon looking at them. For example, you can tell that that's not a real Rolex crown at all, no matter how much it wants to glisten. It's still, you can still tell it's fake. But yeah, the other part of my video is to get people away from buying fashion watches, and I like them to take the next initial step is to do something better, move up, and you can help do better things. And I really think if you're a fan of Rolex, you do want to help the company Rolex SA out. And helping Rolex SA out would be actually buying the products that they have made, and putting them back into working order, put them into your watch, and then work your way up step by step until you have a fully authentic parts Rolex watch. That way, you don't have to say you're wearing a replica fake and supplying China, with whole watches being produced, even though we know they're never going to go away. But help Rolex SA out by having genuine parts, and assemble your own Rolex watch a little bit over time until it's all original. Then you can say, hey, you're not trademark infringing on Rolex, which, I mean, by buying them, you're not, but you're supporting the ones that do by them putting Rolex's name on something that's clearly not made by the Rolex company, which I know people don't really care about because Rolex SA is trying to be so exclusive to people, and they wouldn't really give you the time of day supposedly. Um, but ultimately, you do enjoy the products, you admire them, so you want one. So why would you spend $200, $300 on garbage when you can have something uh, very, very, very nice? And like I said, very, very, very nice would be like this one here. This one right here is becoming 100% Rolex as we speak. Everything on the outside is genuine. Everything on the inside is being upgraded month by month by month. It's on its way to be a fully uh, precise Rolex instrument by their movement. This is just a Rolex perpetual date, not a Rolex date just. This one over here, of course, is by far my favorite. Of course, this one is on its way to becoming 100% legitimate over time. I've replaced a lot of the movement with actual Rolex parts, genuine parts. We're going to be doing an upgrade coming up soon on this because I have a genuine Rolex bezel here. It will go completely over that. Voila, it'd be a perfect fit onto there. That's going to be upgraded. And then soon, by the time it's over with, this will be a fully assembled Rolex parts Rolex watch. And so that's my addiction, and that's how I became addicted to it. So I'd like to hear a little bit from you guys and gals out there. Are you addicted to Rolex? I absolutely am. And of course, here's the one that's going to Mustafa when I get it done. Everything on the outside of this one, on the outside, is legitimate, minus a leather band. And I hope he will, over time, want to invest the money into making the swap over from a 2824 beat movement and go into a actual Rolex movement over time. And this one back here, this one is fully authentic, minus it has been recased. And all of my watches that I've been working on. There's my sub with the real dial insert. The real bezel insert has a real dial on it. That's still in the works. And then here we have a full Rolex restoration. And of course, you all know that that's a 1954 Rolex Precision two-tone dial. So yeah, are you guys and gals addicted to Rolex? The main question. And I'd like to know in comments below. Please participate in this. So far, this is what I have. All of these, middle shelf and bottom, they are on their way to be fully authentic Rolex parts watches, little bit by bit by bit by bit. And no trademark infringement on these because everything on the outside is made by Rolex. It's theirs. They made it. I've bought it. It's my property. I can do as I wish, and I can assemble them back to what they were 30 years ago, which was a functioning Rolex watch. And they will all become that in time. So I won't be contributing nearly as much to the fashion watches up here because I feel, for myself anyway, and speaking for nobody else but myself, I feel the ones here on the bottom are definitely a better class, a whole lot better class. Better movements. The parts on the outside and exterior are genuine, and everything is becoming what it should. And in that regard, I hope to motivate, inspire people, and lead them into more of this, having something that really is made by Rolex, something that was crafted, handmade by them, put together. Of course, I know machines helped out a little bit here and there, but ultimately, with these being as old as they were done more by hand than they were done by machine, I believe. But ultimately, I feel I'm more invested into this because I can spend $50, and I hope everyone can agree with me on this. You can spend what? I spent $50 on each watch up here. That's over $200 worth of fake sitting up here. But at the same regard, if I go out on eBay tomorrow and I buy another gold dial like this, another Rolex crown like this, another Rolex bracelet like this, and of course bezel that's made by Rolex, and all the internal parts on this that are Rolex that I'm putting together. Um, Even the dial alone, my main point is this dial is like a $600 dial. The cheapest I've seen this dial is about $400 at a shop, at a boutique. Um, so yeah, now on eBay you're going to find things a lot cheaper because some people don't know what they have. But like alone at a good reputable boutique, $400 to $600 just for that dial alone. So, and that's because of the craftsmanship and beauty Rolex has put into their products and into their timepieces, parts like this. Absolutely just gorgeous. And it's going to be worth a lot more. If you ever had to just sell it for extra money, and I wouldn't advise you sell the watch itself, but just sell it for a parts watch. Each part is going to have its value because it's Rolex. You can sell it on eBay as a parts watch and probably get $1,000 for this one. Absolutely, I believe you probably could because of all the parts in there. And the same for that one. Sell that as a parts watch. Make it obviously and clear what's aftermarket and what's real. Like the entire exterior is legitimate, interior is not all original parts. You probably get 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 for that. I mean, you have value here. You have value is my main point. You have value in all these pieces because they are or do have original Rolex parts in there, depending on the percentage of what you can sell them for those parts as a parts watch, as compared to everything up here. I mean, you couldn't get $200 for each watch up here. It's used, it's a replica, it's not real. And really, I don't think I would ever really want to sell these because that would be trademark infringement. You are selling this, and it is being sold because it has a Rolex name on it that was not made by Rolex. So yes, that would be trademark infringement on that part. So I mean, there's really no value here at all. They're just a $50 watch, etc., etc., and there's just no value because none of it's real. It's not going to go up in value. 10 years from now, it's going to be a $10, $20 parts watch replica that no one's really going to want except for someone into watchmaking that just wants something to play with, and they may pay $50, $75 for it, something like that, but nowhere near the value that you're going to have in this. I mean, that's the God's honest truth about it, is that you have a gold case like that, $400 on eBay. A complete original Rolex watch on the exterior parts. I mean, yeah, just the case and dial is $600, $400 on eBay, generally speaking, unless you get lucky like I did and find one for $295. So yeah, I mean, there's more value in these than there would be in these any day of the week. So just your comments below and your opinions. Are you addicted to Rolex? How did you become addicted to Rolex? And what is your favorite Rolex watch? I really want to know. So please comment below. I'll catch y'all on an upcoming video later on coming out this week. And yeah, please discuss below. I'd like to know your thoughts on this. And like I said, I am now at this point totally addicted and in love with Rolex watches, just because of their craftsmanship, their design, and how they're made. I mean, even on the worst case scenario with any of these fashion watches up here, I like the way the cases are made and the bracelets are made, with or without the logo, because they're copying Rolex. It is an oyster case. Even though it's aftermarket, it is an aftermarket oyster case, and thus it can imitate the effects of that case with water resistance, protection, things like that, even if they are not of the same standard and quality metals and craftsmanship as any of the original parts, exterior parts you see here. So, ultimately it's everybody's choice on which route that they would want to do. But I really think buying these 2813 movement watches that say Rolex and look like Rolex to some degree, minus where they screw up and mess up and you can tell that they're not real. Ultimately, the design of the cases and bracelets I do like because they are copying the Oyster case, which is in a league of its own, way past any other watch, from Bulova to Invicta, which does copy the Oyster case most of the time. But the vintage ones, not so much. But they are in a higher class than these are, simply because I know all these would leak if I went diving tomorrow. All of them most likely would, except for the Invictus here that copy the Rolex Oyster case design. So they're not in the same standard quality or craftsmanship as even the $50 replicas up here, because they do copy the Oyster case. They are made similarly, so they will have the effects of the original case to some degree, because water resistance and protection and things like that. So comment away, tell me what you think, and tell me how you came addicted to Rolex, if you are, and which is your favorite one. I'll see y'all in another upcoming video soon. Bye bye for now. Keep watching, like, subscribe, comment, and share. Let's get some money in here so we can do our next Rolex giveaway. And the next Rolex giveaway may be nicer than this. I don't know. Maybe I'll find another gold case out there. We will see. Catch you on the next video.